What's good everyone, it's your boy yadiiiigg, 4 eyes, 2 G's here, and today we're here to talk about Lil Yachty and Pierre Bourne. Now, if you guys remember, a few weeks ago now, it kind of unraveled through Lil Yachty's Genius interview that apparently Yachty and Pierre Bourne, despite working together multiple times in the past, weren't on the best of terms and they had some sort of an issue in their relationship. However, I think we just got a new information that kind of proves that the two have put their differences aside and possibly that collab project they announced is on the way. So I want to break it down, let's get to it. Okay, so before we get into the new information, I just want to give some context and some background. So Pierre and Lil Yachty's relationship kind of begins a few years ago now, where Pierre would give Yachty a few beats to go over on a few of his projects. Then fast forward to a few months ago, it kind of came out of nowhere that apparently Lil Yachty and Pierre Bourne were working on a collaborative project together, presumably with Pierre on the production and Lil Yachty on the vocals.
Here. Yeah! Oh shit, you got me nervous. Hey, y'all ready for some Bo and Pierre? Yeah! Hold on. The whole tape.
And personally, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of both these artists, so this got me so excited. And whether it was going to be Pierre and Lil Yachty kind of rapping together, or just Pierre on the production and Yachty on the vocals, I was keen regardless. But since we got that announcement there a few months ago, practically nothing was heard about the project since. Then fast forward to the release of Lil Boat 3, and Pierre's production actually ends up on the project on one track, a really fire song called Range Rover Sports Truck that Yachty and Keed absolutely kill. But then, as I said, out of nowhere, in this interview right here with Genius, Yachty speaks about his relationship with Pierre in a very confusing way, considering the fact that, as I said, they announced they had a collab project a few months ago, and on top of that, Pierre was on Lil Boat 3. This is what Yachty had to say.
Pierre Bourne is weird, bro. I don't want to talk about Pierre. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Me and Pierre used to be real tight. I don't know, bro. I don't even want to talk about it because, bro, I don't really know what the state of our relationship is.
And as I said, at that time, for Yachty to say this about Pierre, considering that Pierre was on Lil Boat 3 and they just announced a collaborative project, it was just so confusing and so shocking to see. And to myself, this kind of made it obvious that something went down behind the scenes in regards to the collaborative project, where there was a breaking down of the relationship, of the communication, and it kind of came out that Pierre no longer wanted to do it. Again, that's just kind of speculation, but it kind of makes sense for them to go from announcing the collaborative project in a live show together to Yachty saying this just a few months later. Something had to have happened in regards to that collaborative project, and a lot of fans like myself just took this to mean that the collaborative project was no longer in the works and we shouldn't expect it because we heard no new information about it aside from Yachty and Pierre's relationship breaking down. But then fast forward to this week and Yachty just releases a brand new birthday mix, which he always does on his birthday, and they're always super fire, and this one is no different. If you guys haven't heard this one or any of the others, make sure to go give them a listen. He always has super fire unreleased music in them, and if you're a fan of Yachty stuff, they're a must listen. Anyways, what's most important to say in regards to this video is the fact that there were 2 songs produced by Pierre in this mix right here. This song right here, Rubber Band Man / Sandman, which is a must listen, and the Pierre production is amazing and Yachty kills it as well. Then on top of that, we also saw Yachty do a remix of Playboi Carti's Hellcat, which is pretty good as well, and of course is Pierre's production as well. So that's kind of interesting to note, from Yachty kind of saying him and Pierre weren't on good terms around the release of Lil Boat 3, which is what, a couple months ago now, to fast forward to the release of this birthday mix right here and Pierre has 2 production placements on it. That kind of says to me they've kind of talked it out behind the scenes, they've communicated, and they're on better terms. Now what this means for the collab project, I'm unsure of, because as you guys know, with these birthday release mixes, he normally puts on loose songs that don't go on to be on projects or anything like that. But then interestingly enough, Lil Yachty actually tweeted this out right here: what if I put all my birthday mixes on Spotify and Apple Music? Because if you guys don't know, up until this point they've only been on SoundCloud for now. So what that kind of says to me, if they do end up on Spotify and on Apple Music, Pierre and Yachty's relationship is definitely on better terms, because Pierre would actually have to legally clear these songs himself for them to go on streaming services. But on top of that, in general, Yachty putting Pierre production on this birthday mix definitely points to their relationship being on better terms, and I would guess that they work things out behind the scenes. So what this means for the collab project that they had in the works, I'm not sure. Hopefully, as I said, this means it's back in the works and it's back on the table, because I'd be really excited to hear what it sounds like. I'm a big fan of Yachty, I'm a big fan of Pierre. Plus, as I said, this song right here, which was in the birthday mix, was super fire, and I think Yachty kind of did his thing on the Hellcat remix as well. So if they've got more music like this in the works, I definitely want to hear a full project of that, and hopefully Yachty kind of keeps us updated on what's to go with that. Let us know in the comments below though, what do you kind of think about all this news? What did you think about the birthday mix number 5 if you gave it a listen, and would you even still want this Pierre and Yachty project if it was still in the works? Let us know in the comments. Also guys, before we finish this video, I want to give a couple quick shout outs from the Instagram. Big shout outs to wakeup_Brian and also LV said for following me over on my IG. Much appreciated you two. If you guys don't follow your boy bro at yadiiiigg, make sure to go drop me a follow, go show me some love over there. It's always much appreciated. And also a reminder about the big cartel where we have a couple merch pieces up for sale. We have some Cardi merch, some Uzi merch, etc. If you guys are interested in copy one, link will be in the description. But as always, thanks a lot for watching. If you guys haven't, man, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications. Your boy's out here on the grind, so if you could show your support by doing those things for me, that would be much appreciated. And there are more videos of mine on screen right now. Make sure to check them out if you haven't.